Are you a crocheter who wants a crochet stitch that looks a little bit more like knit? If you do, the garter stitch and crochet just might be the crochet stitch for you. It has a beautiful detail on both sides that looks just a little different on both sides of your work. It's a great stitch for use with cotton yarn. It really makes it pop, but you can use acrylic as well. So if you're ready to learn this fun crochet stitch, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. Before we start this tutorial, you're going to have to gather a few items. Now you can choose whatever yarn you would like. I did use a size 4 yarn for all of these different samples here. These ones, however, are a cotton acrylic blend, and I feel like they just show the detail of this stitch just a little bit better than the pure acrylic one does. So this is the acrylic swatch. It doesn't quite show the detail. It still does, so you can definitely use a 100% acrylic yarn with this as well. Totally up to you, but I do tend to like how this pops with a cotton mix yarn. So these two were made with the cottony one from Lion brand, and for today's tutorial I'm going to use the Made with Love, the cottony one from Lion brand as well, in the sage color. Again, you can see it's a medium weight yarn. I am going to use a size H 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. I will say with the 100% acrylic, I did use a J hook, so a 6.0 millimeter crochet hook. So choose what you would like for this stitch. All of the terms for this tutorial are in US crochet terms. So there are no multiples or stitch count for this crochet stitch, so you're simply going to chain as many as you would like. So for this tutorial, I'm going to start by chaining 12. Now if you need to see how to chain or slip stitch in slower, more detailed moves, I've got a link to a video below that takes that a lot slower, because those are the 2 stitches you're going to use to complete this. So again, I'm going to start by chaining 12. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there are 12 chains to start. Now we're ready for row 1. So we're going to start row 1 by working into the second chain from the hook, so not this one, but this one. And into that second chain from the hook, we're going to start by slip stitching. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through the chain, and then pull through the loop on my hook. That completes 1 slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch in the next chain, repeat the process, and we are going to slip stitch in each chain across until we get to the end. So row 1 is simply slip stitching into each of the chains, placing 1 slip stitch in each of the chain stitches. Now, I like to put 2 parts of that chain on top and 1 part of the chain on the bottom. Total personal preference. Some people like to work into the back bump. Some people like to pick only 1 part of the chain. Totally up to you what you would like to do. I just prefer to put 2 parts or 2 legs of that chain on the top of my hook. So I have placed 1 slip stitch in each chain across, and that completes row 1. To start row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1 and turning our work. Now this is where the hard part comes in, is you're going to have to know what is the back part or the back loop or the front loop of your previous row of slip stitches. So if you look at it here on the side, it kind of faces towards you. You can see all these V's here, and those are the V's from the previous row of slip stitches. They're a little bit off of the top, and in fact they're kind of close to the bottom of the work. So this is a V, this is the top of the stitch, this is the top of the stitch, this is the top of the stitch. Now when we're crocheting, the back loop is the one that is closest to you. So we're going to be working into the back loops of these chain stitches. So in the very first stitch, however, I am going to place a regular slip stitch because I feel like it gives a straighter edge. You could right away start and pick up just the back loop there and work a slip stitch like that, but for my personal preference, I tend to like to put a regular slip stitch that picks up both of those loops. So I do this in the very first stitch. So I've inserted, picked up both loops. I'm going to yarn over, pull through that stitch and through the loop on my hook. And that completes 1 slip stitch. Now for the remainder of these stitches, I'm going to work into the back loop only, and the back loop is always the one that is closest to me as the crocheter. It will switch with each row, but it will always be the loop that is closest to you is what we call the back loop. So what we're going to do for this row, for the remainder of this row, is we are going to work into the back loop only. So we're going to pick up just the back loop here. We're going to yarn over, pull through that back loop, pull through the loop on our hook. That completes one back loop slip stitch. So we're going to repeat, pick up the back loop, yarn over, pull through the back loop, pull through the loop. That completes a second back loop slip stitch. And we're going to keep working until we get to the very last stitch. We're going to place one back loop slip stitch in each of these stitches across. Now you'll notice I'm kind of having to help pick up that loop. I think I slip stitched a little too tight with my first row. So if you do that, you might have to help get that loop onto your hook with your finger. And so I'm just simply putting my hook right there. I just use my fingernail to pull it down and off and onto my crochet hook. Whatever works for you, but one tip for success is do not slip stitch too tight. Try to keep your tension a little bit looser. So this here is the last one that we're going to work a back loop slip stitch into. So we're going to pick up that back loop, yarn over, pull through the loop on our hook. Now, just like how I started my row, I'm going to do just a regular slip stitch in the very last stitch of this row. Now this one is kind of hard to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the back loop here and come across and pick up the front loop as well. So I'm picking up both loops of that stitch. So I'm working a regular slip stitch into the very last stitch of the row. And that completes row 2. For row 3, we're going to start by chaining 1 and turning our work. Now this is what it looks like on the back side of it. So for this row, we're going to be working into the front loops only. Now this stitch tends to curl a little bit, especially at first. So you're really going to have to pay attention to where your loops are. So if you look, this is your V for your loops from your previous row. This is your V for your loops from your previous row, etc. Now we are going to be working into the front loops for this row. So we're working into this far one. Again, the back loops are the one that are closest to you as a crocheter. Front loops are the ones that are farthest away. So we're working into these front loops for this row. So opposite from the previous row. And that's how we get part of this lovely textured detail. So again, I have chained 1 and I have turned. Just like the previous row, I'm going to work a regular slip stitch into the very first stitch. So I'm going to come and just pick up both of those loops right there. I'm going to yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through the chain or the loop that's on my hook, and that completes a regular slip stitch. Now for the remainder of the row, I'm going to work into the front loops only. So I'm going to do that by going down from the top of the stitch, picking up just that front loop. I'm going to yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through the loop on my hook. So that completes one front loop slip stitch. So then we're going to go and repeat. Pick up the front loop only, yarn over, pull through the loop. That completes a second front loop slip stitch. I'm going to keep front loop slip stitching all the way until the very last stitch of the row here. And hopefully if you have your tension right, it's not too hard to get your crochet hook into those loops and pick up just the front loop only. So again, I'm coming from the top. And again, at first it's kind of hard because it wants to kind of curl up and roll on you a little bit, but we're picking up just the front loop of our work. We have one more to do here. So we'll pick up this front loop right here, yarn over, pull through the loop on our hook. And then in the very last stitch right here, we're going to work a regular slip stitch. So I'm going to insert and pick up both of those legs, yarn over, pull through the loop, and that completes row 3 of the garter stitch. For the remainder of your project, you're just going to keep alternating a row of back loop slip stitches with a row of front loop slip stitches. So to finish this row of crochet, so let's say I've completed a whole project here, there's a couple of things you could do. You could just end with either a front loop slip stitch or a back loop slip stitch row and just call it good. Or you could chain 1, turn, and then work a regular slip stitch in each stitch across. So not just the first stitch. So again, you're picking up both loops. So I would pick up both loops, yarn over, pull through the stitch, pull through the loop on my hook. I'd go to the next stitch, and instead of picking up either just the front or the back loop, I would pick up both loops, yarn over, pull through the loop, and I would just work a regular slip stitch in each stitch across. And that would be my finishing row. It gives just a little bit of a different look to the top of it. Play around with it, see what you would like and what you prefer. And that's the garter stitch in crochet. It does indeed look like knit, and it has such a beautiful texture to it, and it looks great with cotton yarn. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. And if you're looking for more fun stitches that look great with cotton yarn, you can check out my linen stitch crochet tutorial right here. I hope you guys have a blessed day.